Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to One Season Wonder with Greuther Furth. So we've got a few games ahead now. We're getting to the end of the season. We're sitting in 4th with a game in hand, so we can still jump into 3rd place if we win today against Darmstadt. But let's have a look at how we've got here first. So since our draw with the Kickers, we did take on Hamburg, and it was a resounding 4-2 victory. We did go behind initially, with a header being conceded by Wintzhelmer. Not a bad header, keeper maybe should have done better. We did retaliate though on the 36th minute. Ernst's shot was deflected into Meyerhofer, who was then able to get the ball across to Greuther, who fired home to make things 1-1. That's when we started to kick on. We got another goal almost straight away with Nilsson coming up the left-hand side, playing it into Greuther, who did finish things off to make it 2-1. A third was then on the cards not long after in the second half, where Greuther was able to head home to complete his hat-trick. Was very nice to see. They did manage to get one more just to make things a little sketchy at the end of the game, but nothing too much to worry about. Funk wasn't able to get the ball clear, and it ended up in the back of the net. Oh, and then we got another one, didn't we? Of course, 4-2. Raum on the left-hand side was able to fire across, but Nilsson tucked away to finish things off. Holstein Kiel was up next, and it was a 1-1 draw in the end. We could have maybe got a bit more out of the game, but a poor performance really overall. Nilsson got the goal though from an Itter shot cross, I'd guess. But early in the second half, they did level things up. Ball being played out wide, who was able to flip it through to Serra, who then fired home to level things 1-1. Hannover 96 was next, and it was a 2-2 draw here. Another draw in the season where we've had quite a few. They initially took the lead with a great header, but we managed to again come back on the 34th minute. A ball out to Itter was able to smash things home coming from the left back position. We then were able to get another one in the second half, 62nd minute this time. Seguin, who was playing right back for the game, coming down that side. Kamara was able to get the ball in though, and Nilsson's header from quite a range out made things 2-1. They did get a free kick later on, and what a strike that was as well. Another 2-2 draw. We love a good 2-2 draw. We took the lead this time in this one. Suxum being put through, firing home to make it 1-0. But it was an instant reply by Bochum, who were able to get things coming back level. Nets on this side was able to lay it off to Chibseth, who worked it into the box well to Pantovic, and then Eisfeld finished things off at the near post to make it 1-1. They then took the lead not long after that. Wellant was played it back to Losil, looking out to that overlap from Lampropoulos, and a great header there from Granvulu to make it 2-1. But we weren't done. We did manage to come back, as we're aware. It's 2-2. Greuther from deep, running forward, was able to pop it through to Suxum, who finishes nicely. We were then able to get into a bit of form. A 4-0 win was up next. A flick on to Greuther through to finish things. Initially, it was a lovely move. Very direct, but it worked perfectly. And then again, Greuther was able to play it out wide to Mohamed Kamara, who was able to then fire this ball across the box. Keeper managed to poke it away initially, but Nilsson was there to tap home. Then another where we were able to nick things off the defender. A 1-2 with Greuther and Suxum meant that Suxum got through with a little bit of luck from the defender to make things 3. And then number 4 came a little later on in the game. With 10 minutes to go, we were able to finish things off. Suxum this time becoming provider for Greuther, who got put through and finishes nicely. Another 4 goals in the next game against Nuremberg, but this time we did go behind initially. Keeper came out to try and claim a cross, misses it completely, and they were able to head it home. It took till really getting another chance to make things happen. Suxum got lifted the ball over by Kamara, and he was able to tuck things away. We then got another one on the 53rd minute in the second half. This is where we turned things around. A flick on to Greuther, who then managed to take it past the keeper and slot home. those direct balls are definitely something we've got in our locker. As you can see here again, a ball over the top. Suxon was able to be put through this time, and he fired across to Greuther to get another assist and another goal for Greuther. Like I said, we weren't finished there. Ita this time able to lift the ball over the top. Mohamed Kamara was there to latch onto it at the back post. Back to Ita, whose lovely shot was an interesting one too. 2 early goals against Heidenheim settled things very early on. First, a Greuther penalty was finished very nicely, and then in the 16th minute, Greuther this time becoming a bit more of a provider for Ram to fire from distance. A little bit of luck on the way in, but it was 2-0. A 3-1 loss was the last game we played, unfortunately, against SVS. They took a very good lead, having 2 goals in the first half. Nati with the first one, and then a corner led to their second, with S-Fine getting a bit of luck, falling to his feet from that corner and popping it away. We were looking to make that comeback though in the second half. 54th minute, Mayenhofer came down the right hand side, laid it off to Kamara, who slotted a ball through to Suxon, who did finish calmly. But any thoughts of a comeback did get thwarted in the 84th minute. After a poor ball forward, it led to a ball over the top to S-Vine, and he finished things with a plum. So there we have it. That is where we're at. As you saw, we were on a good run of form until the last game, and that's where we dropped right off. Suxum's on a bit of form as well, which is quite nice to see. We're playing Darmstadt. They're 14th in the league, so they're just above the relegation zone, so they'll be wanting to continue to fight for that. But let's jump into the game and see how we can get on. I think we can. Well, I mean, I'd hope we can get the win today. I've said that before, though, and we've had issues. Let's bring Stack on that centre midfield. But this is the lineup we'll go for. Burchett in goal, Mayenhofer and Ita at right back and left back. Bauer and Mavraj in centre back. Jakil at DM. Kamara and Seguin in the middle. And then we've kind of mixed up the front three with Nielsen just behind Suxum and Greuther with kind of the form they're on. Suxum's got 6 goals in 6 starts, so that's not too bad, is it? Having come in January, so I thought we can't really stop him from being in the team. So I wanted to try and work it so we get all 3 of them in there, because they're all been very, very good for us this season. So let's get started. Didn't mean to pause that, but it's a nice kit from Darmstadt, I have to say. I do quite like their kit from last season. But fingers crossed we can make something happen. It's a ball in initially from a corner. Cross was headed away when Greuther went up for that, but the ball's played out wide once more. They've got a lot of players in the box, and we've only got 2, but Greuther is able to get the shot away, but it goes out for another corner kick. Well, we're looking very dominant at the moment. 10 shots and 5 on target in the first 20 minutes. Isn't bad going. Bauer heads clear from the long throw-in initially, and Nielsen's able to break now. He's the deep man, so you know we've got 2 more forward. Can we create something? They've got a lot of players back, to be fair. They've done well to travel them back, but Seguin's on the edge of the box. It's off the bar. I mean, it's quite an effort from the edge. They had a lot of players back, so we had to work something out, and Seguin's effort rattles the bar, but it stays 0-0. It's 0-0 at half-time. This is kind of our season, really. We have those moments where we're just going to go straight into the second half, where we just can't score. We have the opportunities, 7 on target, 14 shots, 1.48 XG, but there's nothing there. We haven't done enough. I mean, we've got the players on the pitch to do so. I'm not sure who else to bring on, really. We've got the best boys on. Suxum lays it off to Mayenhofer, who took the throw-in. He looks to cut inside now into Nielsen, who's maybe going to look for the overlap. Yep, Mayenhofer's there. Can he get a yard to cross in? No, but Kamara might. He looks to play it back out to Mayenhofer. A lovely little 1-2 there. Suxum with the header. Oh, and it's just over again. Another opportunity spurned by the strikers. 1.93 XG. Talk about... This is... If they score, I'm going to be so upset. It's going to be such a FM, like the classic FM moment where you've dominated a game completely and they score in the last minutes. Nielsen though with the header. There it is. Finally we get the goal. Nato at Suxham did well on that right-hand side, coming inside. A little dink up, and Nielsen was able to finish things off. That might give us a bit more fluidity. We might even get a couple more now, even with only 15 minutes to go. But it was a nice goal. Meyerhofer playing it into Suxham, who was able to kind of play that 1-2 with Kamara. And then a lovely dink up for Nielsen to head away. Not the best goalkeeping, but I won't comment on that too much. And we're on that side again. It seems like their weakness is that right-hand side for us, because that's where most of our attacks have come from, and everything you've seen probably is from that side. But laid off to Nielsen, Jack Hill into Seguin, who's got a bit of space there, but then looks back again. I mean, I'd like Meyerhofer maybe a little bit wider there. Stay out there and don't come in. You could be looking for that run now. Jakil's looking for you. But we're working it well inside on the edge of the box. A long-range effort. And Nielsen gets his second. A decent effort. Again, keeper's questionable. But if you don't take your shots, you don't score. Nielsen certainly took his shot there. We worked it quite well on the edge of the box, to be fair. We kept the ball. We weren't necessarily rushing things, which maybe I was trying to force them to do. Somewhat of a layoff by Suxham. Not really. It was a challenge by Isherwood, but Nielsen was able to latch onto it and smash it home. And there you have it. It's 2-0. So a good win. A good win in the end, following a bit of a sketchy start. Makes us 3 points clear above Hanover and Bochum. So we're still got every chance of being promoted. There's no reason why not at this stage. You can see there, 3 points clear. Same games now. Dusseldorf has got a game in hand over us, so I don't think there's any chance of us reaching the top two. Like I said before, we have got Paderborn and Dusseldorf to come, so that could be a little worrying. So we really need to win those next 3 games to stand a chance really of getting the opportunity for promotion. If we do, well, I'm sure you'll see it in the next episode, or we'll be fighting for that. But there you have it. I will see you in the next video. I hope you did enjoy. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you for the last one tomorrow.